You know, I love when people ask me, have conferences changed? Have meetings changed over the years? And the answer is absolutely they have. You know, I remember, as I was coming up through my career, I'd go to conferences and they were lectures. You know, you'd sit there and they would bring this PhD or this business leader and he would stand at the podium and he would lecture to you and you would do everything you could to stay awake. And this was before Red Bull. You know, we didn't have the massive doses of caffeine you can get so quickly now. Well, now with Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, and people's attention spans are so short. You know, when we go speak to conferences, we base our whole practice on wit and wisdom. And we, with a heavy dose of wit. You know, people do remember stories more than they remember data, but you have to have the data. So I think more and more conferences, it's more of like a Lollapalooza kind of thing. You know, you've got a band playing in the lobby and you get stuff in your room and, you know, there's people wandering around doing magic tricks. And it applies to you as you present. If you don't get people right away, and if you don't keep them engaged, it cannot be a lecture. It has to be a dialogue. Whether you're doing it with people voting electronically, which you see a lot now, which is a lot of fun, to pre-surveys, to post-surveys and follows up, to, you know, it's kind of funny. I spoke at a conference recently in San Diego with a bunch of HR professionals. It was a large room, and I thought, how do you connect with the guy in the very last row? And so we brought in about 30 carrot frisbees, and we just started firing them into the ground, which was dangerous and yet effective. You know, it's like the foul ball in baseball. So I think more and more speakers and presenters and everything you do, it's multimedia, it's interactive, it's got to be fun and it's got to be fast. Because as soon as you start losing them, everybody pulls out their BlackBerries and their iPhones and you've lost them. And it's very hard to bring them back.